Welcome to the Bold Analysis. On Tuesday 13th, William Ruto is going to be sworn in as the 5th President of Republic of Kenya. Mutahi Ngunyi today is making a very sensational claim that I wanted to think about. That if William Ruto is sworn in with Rigathi Gachagua's deputy, they will serve for 10 years up to 2032. They will then pick another Kikuyu perhaps to take charge. Then from there serve for 10 years. Then after 2042, another Kalenjin will come and it will be that circle. I like that narrative. For one thing, it's actually enlightening the country on what many people have touted as a rotational presidency. I don't know whether that is a valid point to put in a constitutional review that someone can think of. Maybe that might help to some extent to bring new faces from other regions, or rather to bring minority in the office of the presidency. But that aside, I wanted to look at Sabina Chege's latest statement. And Sabina Chege is telling Rigathi Gachagua something critical. I have seen the reactions to Sabina Chege's statement that about Rigathi Gachagua. She's the only nominated member of a parliament on Jubilee Party, and she is telling the Mount Kenya region, actually she's calling on Rigathi Gachagua that all the lies they told Mount Kenya about President Uhuru Kenyatta in the fullness of time will be known. And as fate will have its way, that the politicians who are Uhuru Kenyatta's orphans, maybe those who still remain in Jubilee and were from Mount Kenya, will take a strategic opposition role from the region so that they can ask questions on behalf of Wanjiku. Being in the position will give them an opportunity to question the heaven, the golden heaven that was promised on top of the mountain. And while acknowledging that voting for Ruto, that the region voted for Ruto out of Uhuru's anger, but they were never faithful to the Ruto's ideals. By the way, we have many people from Gema here. Do you think it's true that the Gema vote swayed on Ruto's side, the majority, because despite of the maybe of the rigging claims and the rigging plots, that I honestly believe that there is a percentage that might have been suppressed in the region, but a majority, Ruto carried the majority in the mountain. Is it true on the Hustlers platform, or Uhuru's anger, or anger on President Uhuru Kenyatta and the family? Will Rigathi unite Mount Kenya for posterity or for political convenience? And Sabina Chege, in an exclusive interview in Inoro TV, is actually saying that the country lost a golden opportunity to unite on Raila Odinga's presidency. But in the light of that, I just want to, following this statement from Sabina Chege, I think it was, that interview was live streamed, and some of these quotes, some of the quotes that statement that she made there was shared by the kenyans.co.ke website, and people really reacted to that matter, saying that of course there was need for Mount Kenya to be united, but that seems to be far-fetched. It seems to be far-fetched because there are also those who feel that the region headed on opposition side. I have seen reaction from a couple of politicians from Mount Kenya, And I can tell you that this is not going to be sit comfortable by quite a number of people in the near future. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I also want to reach out for you in a special video, special way, that kindly when you like our videos, that's how you promote this channel. We are at 33,500 subscribers and growing big and better. You know, maybe after the swearing in, and as now people sit in the offices and policies start now being implemented here and there, we shall really have a robust look at what's happening at national government. And the board will also have a special podcast for the devolved units. I want to agree that we need to focus on those devolved units because that is where our villages can benefit. Three things that will make life very difficult for Rigathi Gachagua. And that is what Sabina Chege is saying, that Rigathi Gachagua's life as a deputy president will be made very difficult. And what can be seen as an opportunity for him to be elevated to the office of the presidency, there are three things that will come back to haunt him. This is framing Mount Kenya's problems on Uhuru Kenyatta, not even Uhuru Kenyatta government, but Uhuru Kenyatta and the family. And true to that, he has been promoted to the second highest office in the land, the office of the deputy president. And as now things happen, it will be a reality that what was Mount Kenya was told was a big lie. Told that all the problems came through because of the president. But now we are in a situation where President Uhuru Kenyatta, after leaving office, is not going to take up any other role in government. So when the scapegoat is removed, it will be understood that perhaps that is not the truth. And with the new government coming in, there are different priorities, and even other areas like Western Kenya have the Speaker in the National Assembly, and they have a Chief Minister in the name of Musalia Mudavadi. And of course, there is going to be a lot of national interest in dividing the national cake. And however much you may feel 80% to be done in the mountain, that may not be seen. And without that, the Mount Kenya region may turn against Rigathi Gachagua because of unmet promises. But you can see something, that there must be suppression of Rigathi Gachagua. And this suppression will be in the interest of Deputy President, or rather the President-elect William Ruto. As we mentioned, that even to the 11th hour, when Ruto was to make the decision on who becomes the running mate, Rigathi Gachagua did not become the first choice. And at the campaign trail, the shrewd politician William Ruto went to Tharaka Nithi and told the residents that after they are done with Rigathi Gachagua, perhaps Kithure Kindiki will be in line to take over from them. Now, what this points out to is efforts of suppression. And suppression is very easy. You allow the voices of dissent from Mount Kenya to thrive. One of the voices of dissent I mentioned in my previous analysis is Uhuru Kenyatta's orphans. That is the voice of Sabina Chege. So with that suppression, things are not going to be easy on his side. The mantra or Rigathi Gachagua is made of a metal called Mount Kenya. And what made him Mount Kenya and mtoto wa Mau Mau. But then there is need to shred that off and put on the national regalia, or rather to put on the national face, which now you're not a deputy president to Mount Kenya, you're a deputy president to the whole country. With that in mind, things are not going to be very easy for him. And in that interview, I think Sabina Chege is sending a message to Rigathi Gachagua that they have to brace themselves for a tough battle in future. Now, one thing you can say, and I listened to that, is that there is a national appeal. And even in that interview, that let them give Raila the respect he deserves, the peaceful exit, if he's going to make that exit. It's down, and he might be down, but not out, as one of the analysts say it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my bold. And what we are waiting to look at is how Mount Kenya will strategically coalesce around Rigathi Gachagua, with those interests coming. And I think Sabina Chege mentioned it in that interview, that if there needs to be, you don't need to take one and say, now this is government and you run the government. You need to bring everyone together. Will it be easy for them to coalesce around RG? That's my point.